An emotional week at the Tour de Suisse would end with a stage 8 time trial around the streets of St. Gallen. Just over 25.5 kilometres from start to finish, a couple of climbs along the way and 2 time checks, one after just 10 kilometres, the other coming after 20 kilometres. A descent to the finish after a tough short climb before that, and a fight for the general classification. Some of the best early times went to riders such as Søren Kragh. It was a Dane who set the fastest time. Another Dane who went on to break it, Kasper Asgreen. Quickest at all the intermediate checks to the finish and taking a lot of time away from his compatriot. Half a minute, in fact. Stefan Bissegger, European champion, and trying to honour the memory of his late friend Gino Mäder. He was looking good all the way through the course. As was Wout van Aert, black jersey on his back as the man in charge of the points classification. Bissegger went to set the fastest time at the final time check, and he went on to add to his lead on the final descent, dislodging Kasper Asgreen from the hot seat after his 25.6 kilometres against the clock. Van Aert was looking good, but wouldn't get close enough. He'd end the week, Tour de Suisse debut, without a stage win, a rarity in his stage racing career. Then to the general classification. Remco Evenepoel starting in 4th position, 46 seconds behind the leader Matthias Skjelmose. It would take a typical Evenepoel wonder performance to do the job. Juan Ayuso was at 18 seconds from Skjelmose, however. He'd already won a time trial in Switzerland earlier this season. And Matthias Skjelmose, 8 seconds on Felix Gall, who wasn't expected to be a feature in the TT and would turn out not to be. But there was an early worry for the Dane. Skjelmose 23.9 seconds down on Evenepoel, that at the first check. And as Evenepoel was riding away to set the fastest time, Juan Ayuso, on the road, was the virtual yellow jersey. Evenepoel taking 16 seconds out of Bissegger at the second check. Ayuso going even faster than him. Alarm bells would have been ringing for Trek Segafredo. But behind, Skjelmose was really getting into a rhythm. In fact, he was improving exponentially, going past the man who started 2 minutes before him, Felix Gall. And as Evenepoel came down the hill on one side, he'd go into the lead when he got to the finish line. Ayuso, though, would be on his heels. Fresher, faster, and taking almost 8 seconds out of him at the finish to win the stage. Skjelmose had improved at the second time check and was now back into the virtual lead, but he had to hold on after Ayuso had gone like a rocket. But Skjelmose too was putting in a time trial performance to remember, holding on to his general classification lead and winning the Tour de Suisse, his first ever World Tour stage race win. A second stage win of the week then for Juan Ayuso, the 20-year-old from Spain. Eight seconds to Evenepoel, 9 seconds to Skjelmose. That too would be the podium, but with Skjelmose on top, Ayuso in second, and Evenepoel with a third place. A tough week of racing, and a victory for Skjelmose, confirming his fantastic condition ahead of the Tour de France, with Ayuso in just his second race of the season getting better. Eenkhoorn took the King of the Mountains jersey. Van Aert was the points classification winner. And Skjelmose too took the white jersey as the best young rider. The Tour de Suisse was one we will never forget. Skjelmose the winner. But of course, the name we all remember, that of the late Gino Mäder, who left this world far too soon.